So often the problems found in Christendom is because we don't always understand. We can have our Bibles, we read them, we have all the promises of God in them, and yet we can find ourselves not always knowing and understanding. And that is why God has chosen in his infinite wisdom that we walk by faith and not by sight. For that very reason. Because those who walk by faith will start to begin to understand what God is saying and his ways. And we know through the teaching over the years to walk by faith is free but not cheap. And each day has its trials and its tests. But as we find ourselves putting our heads down before we close our eyes, we still walk by faith and not by sight. And I want to really emphasize this today because knowledge, understanding comes as we obey, as we believe, as we allow God to work in us to do it his way. You see, we so often resist. And many times we resist. It's because we don't understand. We are not sure. And so therefore that makes us feel very out of control. But you see, that is the very purpose and plan that God is working in us, is to make us out of control. Because when we're out of control, the only thing you can do is just you let go and you trust God. And they are the best conditions for the overcomer to walk, particularly in these last closing days. If you are still trying to control your walk, plan your life, you are going to find that you will not understand, you will not have that knowledge that faith needs in which to grow and mature. Faith has to be fed, and we know that it is fed by the Word of God. Faith comes by hearing the Word of God, Romans 10:17. But it's not just hearing. It is hearing so that we begin to spiritually understand and have that knowledge which faith requires. This knowledge, understanding comes as we obey him. In other words, we do it his way.